Take a seat on your heels at the rear of your mat with your knees about mat width apart. Try and grow tall in your spine, ironing out those unnatural creases that develop through the day. Relax your hands down, shut your eyes and focus into your breath, taking long inhales through the nose and sighing out slowly either through the mouth or through the nose. Keeping that sense of length in your spine, bring yourself forward into child's pose. So folding forward at the hips, bringing your forehead to the mat, and bringing your arms out long in front of you. You can stay relaxed at this point. Keep your eyes closed down and try to settle into a rhythm with your breath. Try to match the length of the inhale with the length of the exhale. Throughout this sequence, we're going to try to use this rhythm that we've created with our breath to control our movement. As you hold this child's pose, just let gravity do its thing. Let your hips sink towards your heels and open up your lower back. Here we're going to come up into tabletop, so shoulders above wrists, hips above knees, and then we're going to start by circling out our hips, creating some movement, creating some heat in that area. So this movement could be as exaggerated or as gentle as you feel at this moment. Taking our weight forward now and gently circling over our wrists to create some heat in our wrists to prepare them for what's to come. Find some stillness and then tuck your toes in so they're engaging with the mat. We're going to push our seat into our heels. Come up to tabletop with an inhale. Exhale as you push your hips back down to your heels. Inhaling, coming up to tabletop. Exhaling as we push hips down to heels again. Inhaling back up to tabletop. Exhaling, hips to heels. Back up to tabletop one more time. And exhale, push those hips back and hold. Bring yourself back up to a seated position with your toes still tucked under, so we're letting gravity push down on the soles of our feet to stretch out the fascia. Remember to keep on breathing. And coming back to tabletop, just wriggle out those feet. You can slap them on the mat to get that sensation of the pins and needles going. And then we're going to come to our first downward facing dog. Okay. Walking out your dog, stretching one leg out straight, bending the other. Just working with your breath, trying to get some movement down the back of your legs. And then coming to find some stillness, we're going to run through some sun salutations. So bending the knees, looking forwards, we're going to step the feet all the way to the front of the mat to meet in a forward fold. Take a halfway lift and forward fold. Hands all the way to the sky, and then relax hands to sides, open the palms as we shrug the shoulders up, back and down, and we end in mountain pose. Hold here as we squeeze our thighs together and feel our core engage. Close your eyes and trust your balance. Inhale, take your hands to the sky. Exhale for a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale for a forward fold. Step back into high plank. Lower through chaturanga. Inhale as we take an upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Hold. Keep breathing. We're going to stay here for 5 breaths. Find your form. Fingers spread wide. Really pushing into the mat with your hands. Bend your knees, look forward. Step feet to meet hands in forward fold. Inhaling, taking a halfway lift. Exhale for forward fold. Inhale, hands go to the sky. Exhale, hands by your side. Inhaling, shrug your shoulders up. Exhaling as they go back and down. hold, breathe in mountain pose, squeezing your thighs together to engage your core. And flowing through again. As we inhale, we take the hands to the sky. Exhale as we forward fold. Inhaling for a halfway lift. Exhale into forward fold. Step back carefully into high plank. Exhale as you lower for chaturanga. This time try and keep your knees off the floor. Okay, inhaling for up dog and exhaling as you roll over your toes into downward facing dog. Hold and breathe. So you have two variations here for your chaturanga. You can either drop your knees and lower your chest all the way to the floor, or hold your knees high and lower your chest as far as your elbows. Okay, and again, bend your knees, look forward, step to your hands. Inhale, take a halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, hands go all the way to the sky. Exhale as they relax by your side. And lastly, shrug those shoulders up and then back and down. And hold in mountain pose. Squeeze the thighs. Okay, from here we're going to take a back bend. So bring the palms of your hands onto your hips behind you. Squeeze your elbows together, trying to create a natural curve in your spine as you take your gaze up to the sky. Keep breathing. And then slowly relax out of it. Slide your palms all the way down your thighs, your shins, until they come to the floor, and we're going to ragdoll this out. Swaying from side to side, letting our knuckles drag across the mat. Take a halfway lift, open up your feet to about shoulder width, and then grab hold of your big toes with your first two fingers on each hand. Pull your elbows out wide and pull yourself down into a forward fold. And remember to keep with the breath. Take a halfway lift here, forward fold before you step back into your high plank. Okay, flow through that vinyasa, so dropping your knees if you need for your chaturanga. Inhaling as you take in your up dog. Exhale as you roll over your toes into downward facing dog. Okay, and hold. And breathe. And concentrate on your form, trying to keep your hips high, your arms long, your heels pushing down towards the mat. Okay, so from here we're going to take some lizard variations. So lifting your left ankle high towards the back of the room, roll forward, knee into chest, and then bring that foot down so it lands outside your left hand. Drop the knee and tuck your toe, and relax your shoulders down inside your left knee. Okay, coming out to the left hand side, we're going to take our left palm, push it into a left knee to roll that foot out to the blade, twist your shoulders out and take your gaze to the sky. Okay, remember to keep your pelvis pushing downwards and forwards into the mat. Coming to center, we take both hands to the knee and we bring our trunk upright, pushing our pelvis forward, sucking in that belly button. Closing down your eyes and trusting your balance. Moving into half splits, we push our hips all the way back, straightening out the front leg, trying to fold belly button into thigh on that front leg, using your hands as balance. Don't worry if you've got a little bend in your knee, that's quite natural. Okay, from here, bring both hands back to the front of the mat. As we step back into that high plank, take our chaturanga into up dog, and then rolling over into downward facing dog. Okay, and holding and breathing, and finding good form. So moving to the right side, we take right heel up high to the sky, roll forward, knee into chest, put that right foot on the outside of your right hand. Okay, relaxing shoulders inside that knee, dropping down that back knee and untucking the toe. Lizard. Rolling out to the side, so we bring the right palm inside that right knee, push that leg out so we're on the blade of the foot, twist the shoulders out, take a look at the sky. keep your pelvis dropping downwards and forwards. Coming into center, both hands on the knee, bringing the trunk upright. Remember to engage that pelvis, push the pelvis forward so you're feeling that left hip engage. And into half splits, pushing your hips all the way back, straighten out your right leg, don't worry about the wobble. Okay, both hands go to the floor to find balance, belly button towards thigh. Okay, and one more time then, take your hands back to the front of the mat, step back for your high plank, you flow through that vinyasa, dropping for your chaturanga, taking your upward facing dog and then rolling over into down dog and hold. So next we go through a standing sequence. So starting with the left side. Okay, the left heel high to the back of the room, roll forward knee to chest and then place that left foot in between the hands to create some length. Rise up into high lunge. So front leg bent, knee over ankle, hands in the sky. We're trying to sink hips down towards the floor. So warrior two, we'll spin the back foot to the floor, take our arms north and south and take that gaze over the front hand, keeping that front leg bent, knee over ankle, trying to sink in. And reversing our warrior, reach forward, flip your palm, take that front hand up to the sky, let the gaze follow in that front hand. We're trying to open up the side of our body, keeping that front leg bent. Okay. From here we come back to warrior two, we push both legs out straight, reach forward and roll into triangle. So left hand pointing at the floor, right hand pointing at the sky. You can take your gaze to either hand, okay, however you feel today. Okay, from here, extended side angles. We bend that front knee in, put the elbow onto the knee, and then roll our back hand up and over, trying to create a line from the top of your fingertips all the way down to the blade of your foot on your right hand side. Push both legs out straight, come to upright, twist your left foot out so you're now facing the side of the mat. Take your hands to your hips, inhale, and then as you exhale, start to forward fold. Okay, work with the breath so you're gradually folding forwards in this wide-legged stance. Bring both hands to the floor and continue to work with your breath to see if there's any more left in this fold for you. And keeping your legs wide, come into a halfway lift, flat back, toe your heel, your feet closer together, and then bring your elbows inside your knees and squat your hips down. From here, we're going to push up into goddess. So on your toes, with your arms wide, trying to sit your hips down, and looking forward with your chest upright. Okay, push both legs out straight. Spin to the front of the mat and we're going to take pyramid, so folding towards your front leg, gripping your fingers behind you, squeezing your shoulders together, trying to bring that belly button towards your thigh. Bring both hands back to the mat. We're going to flow through vinyasa, so exhaling as you lower from high plank to chaturanga, inhaling as you take your up dog, exhaling, rolling over the toes into downward facing dog, and hold. Trust your breath and find your form. Okay, we're going to move to our right hand side. Okay, so right heel rises to the sky, roll forward, knee into chest, bring that foot in between your hands and then peel yourself up slowly into high lunge. Okay, right knee bent, remember, knee over ankle. Hands raised above you, palm facing palm. Okay, from here we spin out, take warrior two. Okay, try and get a sensation of sinking your hips down into the mat, so really engaging your thighs. Okay, and reversing our warrior, so we reach forward as far as we can, spin the palm, take that palm up to the sky, let the gaze follow. trying to open up the side of your chest. Coming back to warrior two, push both legs out straight, and we take that triangle, so reach forward as far as you can, rotate round so your right fingers are pointing at the floor and your left at the sky. Okay, this time I'm taking my gaze to that top hand for variation. Okay, and remember to keep with that breath. Coming into extended side angle, then bending that front leg, elbow on knee. Top hand goes up and over, creating a long line fingertip to blade of foot. From here, pushing both legs out straight, hands on hips. We're going to take that wide-legged forward fold again. Working with our breath, trying to ease ourselves down, but making sure all the motion is at the hips. We're not just bending our back. Bring your hands to the floor. Keep that rocking with the breath. Trying to gain a little bit more motion. Right hand here on the floor, and we're going to take our left hand up to the sky, twisting out our shoulders. Think about trying to create a long line hand to hand. Okay, bring that one to the floor, swap hands so your right hand now goes to the sky. Trying to rotate those shoulders, gaining some length. Hand back down. We're going to take our palms to our shins and gradually slide our palms up our legs till we come to standing. Spin to the front of the mat. Take that pyramid the other side, so interlacing your fingers behind your back, folding forward to that front leg. Don't worry about a little kink in your knee, that's quite natural. Hands back to mat. Step back for high plank. Exhale as you lower chaturanga. Inhaling for up dog. Exhaling as you roll over your toes to downward facing dog. And hold here. Keep breathing. Try to maintain form. Okay, and we'll drop down to our knees to our starting position. So knees mat width apart, sitting on our heels, growing tall in our spine. Relaxing down your palm, closing down your eyes, and sinking back into the breath. Okay, allowing your body to reset. Slide forwards from here, getting that length in the spine, and come into child's pose. Okay, let your hips sink down, let your lower back open up. Hold and breathe. Once you gain control of your breath, your heart rate will come down and you'll get control of your mind. Okay, coming back up into tabletop. So we work with those hips again. Feel how much looser they are than they were at the start of the session, how much nicer the whole process feels. Okay. Take that weight forward over your wrists again. See if you've got any change in the flexibility in your wrists. Find some stillness. We're going to take puppy, so walk your hands all the way to the front of the mat. Lowering your forehead to the floor, keeping your arms long, elbows off floor, and see how my hips are staying high above my knees. Okay, just let your shoulders open up. Okay, and we're going to stay here for about a minute. Here, bring your elbows to the floor and bring your hands into a prayer position behind your head, trying to point your fingers down your spine. Okay, you should feel engagement with your triceps If not, try and push your hips a little bit further towards the back of the mat. Okay, slowly work your way out. Come into that seated position on your heels and open up your heels and see if you can get your sit bones to go all the way to the floor. Okay, trying to bring your knees closer together. Gain that sense of length in your spine again. Take a twist out to the left hand side, so using your hands as levers. Remember that sense of length, of height. Okay, so inhale to grow high and exhale to rotate. And coming back to center momentarily, growing tall, we come to the right. So inhale for high and exhale to rotate. Inhaling for length, exhaling for rotation. Center, and then we're going to fold ourselves backwards. Okay, you can come as far as is comfortable, your hands on your elbows, or if it's there for you, all the way down onto your back. Okay, really pushing your hips up towards the sky to feel the engagement in your quads. Slowly work your way out, and then we're going to take a downward facing dog, but only to come to standing. So down dog first, and then walk your hands back towards your feet. Okay. And then when you get there, then slide our palms up our shins, past our knees, up our thighs as we work our way to upright. Give yourself a little wriggle out. I'm going to take a standing pose. Okay, standing variation in this sequence is going to be tree. So left side first, then left foot comes into thigh, and open up your arms, create those branches of the tree, and just relax with your swaying, with your wobbling. Switching sides, bring the right foot in to thigh, finding your balance, taking your arms wide, don't worry about the swaying. And then relaxing back out. Come to that position at the back of the mat again. Forward fold in, so sliding palms down shins, taking a quick halfway lift. Okay, forward fold down, and then walk hands forwards to the front of the mat into high plank, taking your vinyasa, so lowering for chaturanga. Inhaling for up dog, and then exhaling as you roll over into your downward facing dog. Okay, and hold, and think about your form. So from here we come into half pigeon. Left side first, so left heel rises to the sky, roll forward, bring your knee to your left wrist, and bring your foot across your body, and then sink your hips backwards and down. Okay, square off everything to the mat and relax down onto your elbows. You should be feeling this entirely in your bum cheek and your left hand side. Okay, and we hold here. Can we work with our breath? Slowly come back up onto your palms, push your arms long, and then we're going to bend our right knee to bring our foot up, grab hold of that knee, okay, and squeeze. See how your shoulders rotate out, and let your gaze follow, trying to create a natural curve in your spine. Okay, let's take a little child's pose here after that back bend, just to ease out our back. Okay, so come into our right side. So down dog first. Okay, right heel goes to sky. Roll forward, knee into chest. Then bring that knee to your right wrist. Bring your foot across your body. slide your hips back and down. Okay, and relax down onto those forearms. Okay, work with the breath. Remember to keep everything squared off, so you shouldn't be rolling your hips over. It should be nice and square and even on the mat. Coming back up onto the palms, pushing your arms long. I'm going to bend that left knee so we can pick up our left foot. Okay, you might want to adjust the position of that front hand to keep your balance and try and keep a natural curve in that spine. Okay, so to counter that back bend, let's take that child's pose one more time. Pushing hips back. Here I'm going to take a slightly different variation on the child's pose with the knees closer together and then grabbing hold of the soles of my feet, scrunching up into a ball. Coming out of that slowly, let's take downward facing dog one more time. Okay, I'm going to jump through. Cross our feet over as we come into a seated position. Bring your feet out straight in front of you and then tuck your right foot into your groin, let the knee relax out as we forward fold into the straight leg, the left leg. Okay, grabbing hold of wherever you're at. Okay, whether that be thigh, knee, shin or foot. Okay, remember to work with the breath, trying to squeeze belly button in towards the thigh. Come out slowly, give those legs a shake out. Gonna go to the other side. So left foot goes in, knee hangs out to the side, forward folding into that straight leg. Okay, trying to work with your breath, pulling belly button in towards the thigh. Okay, slowly coming out. Give those legs a shake. Bring the soles of your feet together in front of you in that seated position. Okay, and try to grow some height in your spine. I'm going to take this butterfly position into a reclined butterfly. So walking back on your elbows, on your hands until your shoulders meet the floor, relaxing your head down, keeping the soles of your feet together, knees wide apart, and taking one hand to your belly, the other one to your chest. Okay, so you can feel the sensation of your breath. Straighten out both legs and then bring your left knee into your chest, grab it with both hands and squeeze. Release your left hand wide out to the side, pull that right knee across your body, stack your hips one on top of each other. You can feel the rotation, the twisting out of your spine. Take your gaze to the arm that's long out to the left of you. Okay, coming back to center, give that knee a little squeeze. Then push both legs out long and give yourself a little wriggle side to side before you switch sides. Pulling the right knee into your chest, squeezing in tight and working with the breath. Remember to keep the other leg engaged, pushing the heel out long to the bottom of the mat. Let go of your right arm, bring it out to the side, pull your right knee across your body with your left hand, stacking hips one on top of each other, taking your gaze out to that extended arm. Remember to work with your breath. Come back to center. Give that knee a squeeze and then bring your legs out straight back onto the mat. And we're going to come to our final relaxing pose, Urshavasana. So make sure you're comfortable. Give yourself a little wriggle if you need to adjust any areas that are feeling tight. And then let your feet relax out to the side. Close down your eyes and just sink into your breath. You can hold this for as long as you